Hey guys, you've probably seen this thing in some of my videos. Love EQs and stereo equipment. Like I said, I haven't gotten around to the techniques yet. I got tons of stereos and stuff laying around. And this is the really a good sounding machine here. It's a BSR equalizer. It's a 110x. It's got a lot of stuff on it, bypasses and monitors and all kinds of stuff. Let's see how many bands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 band stereo. Of course, the 110x, duh. Goes down to 31 hertz and up to 16. The 2K is cool to have on here. A 1, a 2, and a 4, you can really do a lot of mixing with that and get the vocals up and stuff. Let's hear it. Got one JBL hooked up. This is EQ. Those are pretty much straight up over there, and then I've got the one Wharfdale hooked up over there. So let's see what we got for sound here, then we'll look inside this guy here. Okay, before YouTube gets me, turn that off. Sorry guys. Love those guys. They're badass. The Guess Who. Not used with permission, guys, but anyway. So here's the cover off. It's got a real wood back there. Kind of wood, whatever that was they used in the 70s type of stuff. Let's see here. Transformer, a pretty nice switch, and these boards look pretty thick here. EQ boards. Oops, sorry. Let me turn this radio down so I don't get in trouble. And actually a lot more circuitry in here than you'd think. Let me try to focus it. See there? This thing actually sounds very clean. Doesn't have a lot of noise. I mean, you know, for my use, I wouldn't use this out with my pro audio gear. But this, for home use, doesn't have any noise. The displays are huge, and the sliders and switches, have the LED sticking out of them, which is cool. I've had to glue a couple of them because they get broken off, but see a bunch of trim pots there. Kind of a big board down at the bottom. It's clean. It's not very much ventilation going on here. I guess it's low voltage or high voltage, low amperage, however you want to look at it. Anodized metal frame all the way around. Good bit of electrolytics. And I think we've got 2 transistors, 3, 4. The big ones are there. I'm afraid to touch that sink. It could be hot. Well, I don't think it is. And there's the little JRC drivers for the EQs. There's your bridge rectifier. For European models only, then you can do something there. Okay, cool. I see some L in the capacitors. Everybody knows how I feel about those. And the orange ones, I'm not sure what those are. The blue ones, I don't. Oh, Ritchie. Never heard of those. And those pink or purple, and those are weird. Big resistors, but those caps there are strange. The purple, and maybe they're the higher grade Alamos. I think that's what it says on there. Or tack on or tacking, I don't know. I love capacitors. They're just cool to me. Resistors are neat. A lot of chips on there. I guess that's a actually EQ chips, and here's your switches for you can monitor your if you're recording, you can monitor what you're recording, or you can also switch over to which your outputs for each channel. What I thought was funny is that this thing has a 110 out on it at 200 watts. So, like, people are going to plug the power amp into this first through this cable, which is strong enough, I guess, but nobody would do that. It's called a stereo adapter by UL. Its name, or the plate there, is a low serial number 9167, and it's riveted on, and it's aluminum. And here's your back here, Blauvelt, New York. And then you've got your in and out mains, tape in and out 1 and 2. Pretty versatile. BSR. USA Limited, Route 303, Lovell, New York. Patented. Everything's metal except for the back panel here, which is pretty stiff pressed material. Decent sized transformer for what it is. You wouldn't think it would have that much consumption. And I just noticed there is a couple of holes. No, there's not either. I'm sorry. There are no holes here. But anyway, I thought that was kind of neat. Thought you might like to look inside of this guy. It sounds great. We're going to do a video of the two, those Wharfdales, and I'm going to put the JBLs on top, and I'm going to make a little switch selector out of my bag over here where I can just flip it over. Hopefully it won't short the amp output. It won't matter. And I'm going to have to use the techniques, I think, because those guys like a lot more power. There's 6 speakers in each side. This is only 3. So these are a lot louder at the same volume control position than those are. So I guess even though they're 4 to 6 ohm, which is kind of funny, doesn't make a lot of sense. These are 8 ohm, and those are 4 to 8. So you'd think normally lower ohms is louder in that situation. Anyway, so there's we're going to stack these guys up, do a comparison, and then when I get my quadraphonic receiver, I'm going to mix them up in different corners while we're trying to buy a little farmhouse. And one JBL, and they're going to be opposites, and then those opposites, unless I can find some more Wharfdales, because the JBLs really are sweet spot speakers. They really only sound good when you're sitting, like if I have this set up here, I can get backed up just right, and man, nothing sounds like them. But they don't carry well, and they do have wave interference because of the way they're made. If you get on one side of the room, you're really only going to hear one of them, so it's kind of weird, but that's the way I listen to music, man. I was just sitting there, turning the dials, turning the knobs, so it works out perfect for me. Get that sweet spot, get them on their stands. So anyway, guys, we'll take this apart next and look at it. It does have a odd looking transformer in it, kind of pretty big. This thing's heavy as 2 of the Sansuis over there. But and I got a cool Kenwood EQ over there. I'll show you. That has I think the pressurized display in it, which is kind of neat. And we'll check that out. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. That's the BSR EQ-110x.